Good morning, and thank you to everyone who's joining us in person, on television, online. We're so excited to announce the 2024 Buffalo Ball Drop and Fireworks Press Conference. My name is Katie Morse, joined, of course, by the gentleman who's by my side every morning, Ed Dranch. We are the co-anchors of Good Morning Buffalo.
Once again this year, 7 ABC, 7 WKBW is incredibly excited to host this year's broadcast of New Year's Eve celebrations. And before we go any further, we should bring in the man of the night, the man of the day today, Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown.
Thank you very much, Ed and Katie. Happy holidays to everyone here at the Electric Tower and to those of you watching online and at home. This morning, I'm honored to officially invite city residents and visitors to the 26th. Is it the 36th? It's the 36th. Wow. We've been doing this for a while. Yeah, time flies. The 36th annual Buffalo Ball Drop and Fireworks celebration brought to you by presenting sponsor M&T Bank. Buffalo's New Year's Eve gathering is the second largest celebration like this in New York State, and the city of Buffalo is proud to be the largest supporter of this annual event. Throughout New Year's Eve, we will have police officers, firefighters, parking and DPW crews stationed at Roosevelt Plaza to ensure that all remain safe and festive. I want to quickly recognize Buffalo Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia, Fire Commissioner William Ronaldo, DPW Commissioner Nate Martin, Parking Commissioner Ray Wagner, and all who are here with us today. Let's give them a round of applause. As chair of the Buffalo Police Athletic League, and I'm proud to be standing with Nakia Kemp, the executive director of the Buffalo Police Athletic League, I want to also remind everyone that Ball Drop is an important fundraiser for the Police Athletic League. Our children are our future, and PAL provides important year-round athletic and enrichment programs to help ensure that over 20,000 city youth get the support that they need to thrive and to grow. I want to thank Buffalo Place and Iskolo Development for again teaming up with the City of Buffalo as our presenting sponsor, as well as our presenting sponsor, M&T Bank, and our many returning and new sponsors. I also want to thank the Buffalo Board of Parking and Buffalo Civic Auto Ramps and the Buffalo Common Council for making free parking available on New Year's Eve and at the nearby Mohawk Ramp and Fernbach Ramp. No matter how you celebrate the start of the new year, I hope you can be surrounded by family and friends. It's such a blessing to live in Buffalo, and although we have faced our share of challenges this past year, the kindness, courage, and resilience that our community has shown, we are again a daily testament to the wonderful community that we live in, a community where people continue to look beyond their own interests and to care for others. Let's carry that same uplifting spirit into the new year to further strengthen and beautify our great city. On behalf of my family to yours, happy holidays, and we look forward to seeing you at the Buffalo Ball Drop and Fireworks display on New Year's Eve.
Mr. Mayor, thank you so much. And we always do say it is a blessing to live in Buffalo, and it'll be even more of a blessing when the Buffalo Bills beat the Cowboys on Sunday. Right? Exactly. So it's always exciting to celebrate the Ball Drop and New Year's Eve here in downtown Buffalo, but it wouldn't be New Year's Eve without DJ Jixter from 97 Rock. Jick.
Thank you, Ed. Looking forward to it in conjunction with 97 Rock. We're looking forward to having a big party here in downtown Buffalo for hundreds and thousands, well, thousands of our closest friends. And we will be broadcasting live, too, so it's going to be a great, great time. Looking forward to December 31st, and I hope the weather is just like it is today.
And of course, 7 WKBW, always proud to have partnered with 97 Rock for more than 3 decades, alongside City of Buffalo, the Police Athletic League, and Buffalo Place. This year, we are excited to be planning some festivities that begin on New Year's Eve right here at the Iskolo Development Electric Tower. They're going to be brought to you by our presenting sponsor, M&T Bank, the City of Buffalo, and then Buffalo Place as well.
And for just a moment, we would like to bring in our 7 WKBW Creative Services Director, Leanne Markins.
Hey, thank you, and good morning, everybody. 7 KBW is a proud partner to partner with the City of Buffalo, Buffalo Place, 97 Rock, and all of our sponsors this year to once again bring you the annual New Year's Eve ball drop and fireworks for the 36th year. In a world full of so much change, having holiday traditions like this in our community really is special. Before you head downtown this year, we invite you to join us at 10 p.m. on whatever device you choose. But if you're on Facebook, you can join the conversation with Ed and Katie for a special New Year's Eve edition of our show called Second Cup. Normally live at 8 a.m. Monday through Friday, Second Cup is a completely interactive show where we have real-time conversations with our viewers that we affectionately now call our Cuppies. It's different, it's fun, and it's Ed and Katie at their finest. On behalf of everyone at 7 KBW, we wish you all a safe and wonderful holiday season. And now, more than ever, go Bills.
Mr. Mayor mentioned the Police Athletic League. This event raises critical funds in providing youth from the City of Buffalo with free sports, educational, cooking, and wellness programs that take place after school and on weekends at safe citywide recreation facilities in partnership with the Buffalo Police Department. So it's very important and it raises a lot of money. Thank you.
So we know Jigster is going to be broadcasting live from downtown Buffalo on New Year's Eve, which is super cool on 97 Rock. But we're also going to be broadcasting live at 10 o'clock, as Leanne mentioned, for a very special edition of Second Cup, where we interact with you online and on TV. We invite you to join the conversation. We want to hear your voices on so many different issues, especially as we head into the new year.
Second Cup is really our favorite half hour of the day. It's a lot of fun to be able to hear from all the different voices in our community. And then at 10:30, when we wrap up that special edition, we're going to hand it back to Ryan Seacrest for Dick Clark's Primetime New Year Rockin' Eve. And that celebration then takes us all the way to midnight, as you can imagine, where we're going to share with you both the celebrations in New York City and, of course, the Buffalo Ball Drop and the incredible fireworks display here.
And we are so happy to have some incredible sponsors again this year. Of course, our site sponsor is Iskolo Development. Also, our deluxe media sponsors this year are AAA Safety Foundation of Western and Central New York, Fry Electric, Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center, and of course, Uber. Our entertainment sponsors are, which is very important as well, the Northland Workforce Training Center, Carmina Wood Design, Uniland Development, Triad Distributing, Big Ditch Brewing Company, the 2024 Buffalo Auto Show, Mr. Pizza on Elmwood, National Grid, and of course, our media sponsors, Channel 7 WKBW TV.
At this time, I'd like to introduce to you the Vice President and Executive Director of Buffalo Place, Mike Chamond, and from the Police Athletic League, Nakia Kemp, to tell us more about this year's events.
Nakia, ladies first. Ladies first. You're a tough act to follow. Ladies first.
I feel like we do this every year. Right? Good morning. My name is Nakia Kemp. I'm the Executive Director of the Buffalo Police Athletic League. The Police Athletic League has had a tremendous year. Our agency is always evolving, adding exciting new programs and activities that reach thousands of youth across the city of Buffalo. This year, our youth participated in programs like flag football with the Buffalo Bills Legends. We launched a new podcast with our teenagers and a training program with the Go-Getter Academy. Last night, we had the opportunity to participate in shopping with our police officers with the Target Heroes program. So just to name a few. The annual New Year's Eve ball drop is a wonderful occasion where families across Buffalo can ring in the new year together. On behalf of the PAL Board of Directors, Chairman Mayor Byron Brown, we are so grateful to the ball drop sponsors for supporting our continued efforts in raising significant funds that will directly benefit the youth who participate in PAL programs. citywide recreation facilities in the city of Buffalo. We appreciate all of your support in coming out and ringing in the new year. We look forward to the upcoming celebration and the exciting and impactful list of things that we have coming forward for 2024. So Mike, I'm going to hand it over to you. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you, Nakia, and thank you, Mayor Brown. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Buffalo Police, I'll tell you, we're just thrilled to be part of this. We've been part of this since the very beginning. I'm an old guy. Very first event I ever worked at Buffalo Police was New Year's Eve, 1988. I started on December 22nd, 1988, and my boss at the time said, "What are you doing tonight?" I said, "Probably going to bed." He goes, "Well, you're going to go to bed a little bit later because 97 Rock is having the first ball drop." And we've been thrilled to be part of it for all these years. And the reason it's so successful, to be honest with you, is all the hard work that most people don't even see. The hard work that goes by the Buffalo Police Department, the Fire Department, Skylighters, Public Works, and the crew at Buffalo Police. So again, we're just thrilled. And the best part about this event, it raises money for children. And PAL, I'm just thrilled that we're part of that because you guys do such a fantastic job with these children who is our future. So again, on behalf of Buffalo Police, please come down, enjoy yourself. You'll have a great time. You won't be disappointed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Nakia. We look forward to working with your teams that help support the community in such a big way. This event would not be possible without support of our gracious sponsors, which I mentioned most of them, but our presenting sponsor, M&T Bank, here to say a few words is Senior Executive VP of Corporate Services, Mr. Keith Belanger.
Good morning. M&T Bank is pleased to again be the presenting sponsor of this long-running New Year's Eve celebration in downtown Buffalo. This is an event where we reflect on what has happened in the year the past, and we talk about that which is coming, and where we anticipate the year to come. Certainly, 2023 was a challenging one, particularly with the way it started. It began with the city having to dig out and shake off from the single most impactful blizzard of our generation, a storm that commenced last year just a few short days after we had a press conference just like this one to announce the 2022 ball drop. The 4-day lake effect event dropped as much as 50 inches of snow in our community and took some 47 lives. Devastating as the storm was, the community response was extraordinary. Recall the stories we all heard of acts of heroism by first responders, by public works employees, by our neighbors, and others. Rather than knock us down, the storm of the century somehow made us stronger as we entered 2023, reinforcing that we are a city of good neighbors. So, though we had a very rough start to this year, the rest of the year was one of progress. Nowhere is that more obvious in the steady reactivation of our downtown core. Workplaces are slowly but steadily refilling. Restaurants are reopening, and in some cases, I see one right across the street, new ones are reopening. And then another story that has been building for some time, both before and during COVID, is the downtown housing story. Today, there are 2,100 housing units in the central business district and 3,000 residents. 20 years ago, we had 300 residents. All that said, we have a way to go to regain the momentum we had going into the pandemic. If you are a worker in our downtown community with a job that has to be performed on site, thank you for your continued presence and service downtown. If you are currently in a hybrid role, meaning you had some flexibility as to when you come into our downtown, I hope that you've noticed how much better the environment feels when more of you are together in the workplace. Let me encourage you to come in more than less, providing that reinforcement to your workmates. For the remote worker who can live anywhere, thank you for choosing to stay in or come to our community. And if you're not in the workforce and are just someone who calls Western New York home, we love having you here, supporting our community. Thank you for your presence. The more of us that are together, the higher the energy levels and the more reinforcing being in Western New York is. So for 2024, let's support our neighbors, particularly those in need, and let's look to continue to refill our workplaces in downtown Buffalo, the urban core of our region. Come into your workplace where you can have face-to-face interactions with your workmates. Support our local bars, restaurants, theaters, and other entertainment venues. If you don't, they won't be around for long. Many are still just hanging on after several years of unprecedented environmental challenges. We had a ton of momentum pre-pandemic. Let's all do our part to get that momentum back. And as everyone else has said up here, go Bills.
All right, Keith, thank you. And thanks especially for M&T's continued support of New Year's Eve in Buffalo. You know, one time we know a lot of people are going to be down here is, of course, New Year's Eve, when so many are expected to be coming out.
And if you're not watching online or on TV, of course, for Second Cup at 10 o'clock, getting to and from your destination is of utmost importance. So on behalf of one of our sponsors, AAA of Western and Central New York, here's the Director of Public Relations and Corporate Communications, Elizabeth Carey.
Thank you, everyone. On behalf of AAA, we're pleased to be here, thrilled to support the Buffalo Police Athletic League once again. And as you heard, 36 years, wow. So this has been going on a long time, and some things have changed over the years, and one of that is the attitude about drinking and driving. A recent AAA survey showed that the majority of the people feel as though getting behind the wheel after drinking is dangerous and that they'll get caught by police. But at the same time, the latest numbers from 2021 show that more than 13,000 people were killed by drunk drivers that year. So there's still a problem there to address. We want everyone to ring in the new year safely, have a great time, but plan ahead. So designated driver, ride sharing, stay in a wonderful hotel right here in downtown Buffalo. If you're going to a party to watch the festivities, plan to stay there. Whatever it takes to keep the roads safe. One more thing to point out, with marijuana being legalized, impaired driving is a big issue right now. So the survey also showed that less people thought it was dangerous to smoke marijuana and get behind the wheel, and thought they had less of a chance of getting caught. But that's not the case. While marijuana has been legalized, it's still illegal to use marijuana and get behind the wheel of a car. So please keep that in mind. No matter how you choose to celebrate, do it safely. You have 2 weeks right now to plan ahead and ring in the new year and make it a safe one. Just remember, if you feel different, you're going to drive different. So keep that in mind and think about those different options you have to make sure you can ring in the new year and protect the residents, the families, and the visitors to the city of Buffalo. Thank you very much.
Yeah, really. Such an important message for everyone to be safe this New Year's. Thank you, Elizabeth and AAA, Western and Central New York. Before we go any further, we do want to recognize a few additional sponsors without whom their support would not make this event possible. So Indigo Productions, thank you to them. And then Skylighters of New York, thank you to them as well.
And we are right now in one of the most beautiful buildings in downtown Buffalo, the Electric Tower. President and CEO of Iskolo Development, the developer of this building, Paul Iskolo, has a few words to say.
Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of our entire team at Iskolo Development, we're pleased and honored to host the 36th annual Buffalo Ball Drop here at the historic Electric Tower. The lowering of a ball to mark a moment in time started in England in 1829. A captain in the British Royal Navy had the idea of creating a visual signal on land that could be seen by other ship captains and used to calibrate their chronometers to ensure accurate navigation. Soon, these time balls, as they became known, were being used in cities as a form of public timekeeping. People would set their personal clocks to them, as did businesses that relied on the precise time, such as banks, clockmakers, and playhouses. By the late 1800s, as technology advanced and watches were developed with self-winding mechanisms, the need for these time balls went away. This tradition was brought back to Western New York by 97 Rock in 1987 with the lowering of a New Year's Eve time ball down the face of the Electric Tower. Iskolo Development's involvement with the Buffalo Ball Drop began in 2004 with our purchase of this property. So 2024 marks our 20th anniversary of ownership of the Electric Tower, as well as our company's involvement with this important Western New York New Year's Eve tradition. A lot has changed in downtown since our purchase of the building some 20 years ago, but one thing that has remained and gets better every year is this tradition of ringing in the new year by lowering a time ball down the face of the Electric Tower and celebrating New Year's Eve with a spectacular fireworks display launched from the roof of our building. So please join us downtown on New Year's Eve in Roosevelt Plaza to ring in 2024 together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, it doesn't get better, we know that, than New Year's Eve in Buffalo, than when you're watching the ball drop and seeing the fireworks that are illuminating the sky behind the electric tower. So we are excited to announce that Buffalo's own The Strictly Hip will also be rocking the entertainment stage this year.
Thanks, Katie. I also want to point out, look how handsome Will Holton looks, right? He's going to be, it's such an honor to share the stage with you every year. He's going to be doing the saxophone to get everybody warmed up, and we're so looking forward to hearing you again, Will. As the press conference comes to a close, on behalf of our friends at WKBW Channel 7 ABC and all of my co-workers at 97 Rock, thank you to everyone that works tirelessly every year to keep the tradition of the Buffalo Ball Drop alive and the fireworks alive for, 36 years. I thought it was 26 too. 36 years. Wow, unbelievable.
Jixter, thank you. And before you go anywhere, I know that you have a very special thank you to the men and women who serve our community as well.
Yes, last but certainly not least, a big thank you to the Buffalo Police, the emergency services, and the security that keeps this event completely safe and a fun place to ring in the new year and bring your entire family. So how about a big round of applause for law enforcement and security? Everybody works so hard, but they are the backbone of the operation. Thank you.
Yeah, it's so important to mention them. Of course, get home safely, and thank you to the first responders. I am married to one, so I do have to make sure I really hammer that home too. Jixter, thank you. And we want to make sure you're watching 7 WKBW Live on your favorite platform throughout the night. You have a lot of options. So you can watch on our streaming app starting at 10 on New Year's Eve. And on behalf of Ed and myself, we really hope you have a wonderful holiday season. We're going to see you on the final evening of 2023, and we're really looking forward to it. I know Will's been waiting for his cue, so you better. Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So you heard how handsome he is. He's got the shades on, a good look. Please welcome Will Holton to send us out of 2023 into 2024.